Batman the Killing Joke by Alan Moore and Brian Bolland is probably one of the darkest Batman comics out there, maybe even one of the darkest DC comics out there. And without a doubt, it's definitely one of the most iconic Batman comics out there. And in this video, I'm going to break down some of the darkest moments from the comics. Before we get into it, if you enjoy this kind of content, be sure to smash that subscribe button. I do a lot of nerdy content relating to comics, comic books, movies, a lot of Star Wars related stuff as well. So if you're into that kind of stuff, be sure to subscribe and also let me know in the comments what you thought the darkest moment from Batman the Killing Joke was. So the first moment I want to talk about is at the beginning of the book. It's a flashback to the Joker before he becomes the Joker, and basically he goes and he starts talking to his wife about how he's a failing comedian, how he's struggling to get work, and then when she kind of makes a comment to him, he just kind of lashes out and shouts at her, and then you can just kind of see how terrified she is. The reason I've picked this moment as one of the darkest moments is because when he lashes out at her, our first reaction is to get terrified, and it kind of makes you think, like, at first when we see Joker the way, like, before he came the Joker we know, you kind of, maybe you're supposed to think he is this like kind of nice guy, but the way she gets scared, it maybe shows that he does have a past of being like maybe abusive and stuff, and it kind of shows that Joker maybe was always a bad guy if his wife is that scared of him after one lash out. It's just kind of interesting. It kind of makes you think how the Joker was before he actually became the Joker. Next on the list, I'm going to talk about when Joker buys the Carnival at the beginning. So when Joker goes to buy this Carnival, you think he's having like a conversation with this guy. They're talking about deals, how much he's going to pay. Then all of a sudden, the guy just stops speaking. And then Joker's just like, oh yes, I'm not going to pay anything, here's why, yada yada. And then you just kind of see Joker has like a spike in his hand after they just shook hands. And then all of a sudden it's just this panel of this guy's face looking like the Joker with a big grin on his face. And it's just quite terrifying the way Joker just kind of kept talking to the guy after they died, because it wasn't like there was kind of anyone around them to try and entertain or whatever, if you get me. It's just the way he just kind of keeps talking when the guy's already dead, and it just kind of makes you think what goes on in his head. And does he think like this guy in his death can hear him and is like terrified? I don't know. I just think it's quite a dark moment, and it's such a simple moment, but I found it quite scary, to be honest. Next, I'm going to talk about when Joker finds out that his wife and unborn child have died. So before this, Joker's agreed to do a job for these gangsters where he's going to put on the red hood and he's going to rob a chemical. But the thing is, when he's in the bar talking to him, the police find him and they speak to him and they basically explain to him that his wife and unborn child has died from a complete accident. That's a very rare thing to actually happen. The reason this scene is so dark is because the way Joker's like, right, there's no point in my life, I'm just not going to do this job anymore, I don't need the money. And then the guys are like, what do you mean you're not going to do it? Things happen to us all, you have to do it. And I think it's just kind of one of the kind of first signs of Joker snapping. Like, he's kind of lost everything and now he's maybe just doing this because he has nothing to lose at this point. And I think it's quite dark because it's kind of on the lead up to him actually becoming the Joker, because the point of the book is one bad day, and he's had like a terrible day before this, and it just kind of gets across the whole point of the book, how one bad day can drive like the sanest man insane. Next scene I'm going to talk about is when Joker comes out the vat of chemicals. So the reason I spoke about this scene, so he's helped these guys out, he's tried to help them out the way he can. The police turn up, Batman turns up, Joker sees Batman, and Joker's terrified because he's never encountered anything like this in his life. He sees Batman and he just falls into the vat of chemicals. And when he comes out of the vat of chemicals, you see he goes on about how his face is burning, everything's itchy, he's in pain, and he takes the helmet off and you see the classic Joker face. And the way he looks at himself, it looks like he's going to start crying. And you've got that iconic image of him laughing, and it's just ha 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 all over. And it's just such a terrifying image because at that moment, from everything that's happened this day, is led up to him becoming the Joker. I just thought it was a terrifying moment, and it's definitely one of the darkest turns in this book because he's just had this horrible day. Like I said, it is the one bad day theme. So he's had this crappy day, and all of a sudden he just snaps and becomes the Joker, who will then become a mastermind and killing and torment Batman forever. The next thing I'm going to talk about is when Joker shows up at Barbara Gordon's door and Jim Gordon's door and just shoots Barbara Gordon. Not only is this one of the darkest moments in comic history, it's probably one of the most iconic dark moments in comic history, and actually has a lot of impact going forward. Right after this, obviously, Joker's just shot Barbara Gordon in front of her dad, Jim Gordon, and obviously Jim Gordon's fuming, so he tries to go after the Joker. Some guy Joker's with punches Jim Gordon in the stomach to kidnap him, and Barbara Gordon's left lying there, blood coming out the back of her. Then all of a sudden you see Joker whip out a camera and just start to undress her, and you just know something's about to go down. And it's one of the most like terrifying things in the comics because it's just the way Joker looks at her while he's doing what he's doing. Like, it has no remorse whatsoever, and it just gets across how much of a psychopath this guy is and just how dangerous he really is. And this scene leads me on to my next point, which is when Joker makes Gordon go on this roller coaster, because you just see Joker has all these minions, and I think they're like kids in like baby masks. I think Joker's basically kidnapped these kids and made them like as crazy as him. It's terrifying because Joker's like singing this song to Gordon as he's going through this like roller coaster, and in the meantime there's these images of Barbara Gordon coming up on the screen. She's been tied up, she's been beaten, she's naked, she's gushing her blood, and Gordon is faced to watch that with his eyes like forced open. It's such a terrifying scene, and it's like it's Joker trying to make Gordon have that one bad day, and I just thought it was completely terrifying. And it's just something that I feel like if they ever try it live action, it would definitely have to be like rated R or 18 rated, because it is a genuinely really scary scene. But also at the same time, the thing I kind of like about this scene is at the end of it, Gordon, he comes out and he doesn't turn into the bad guy that Joker planned. He still comes out the good guy, and he doesn't let Joker turn them. I thought that was really good because while it is a Batman comic, it kind of makes you think like Gordon is the hero of the story, because Joker set out to drive him insane, to make him hate him, turn him into a bad guy, but he doesn't. He comes out then still a hero, wanting to save his daughter, wanting to help Batman. I just thought that was like a really good, it was like thing from that actually came from the comic. It was like it just kind of showed how strong-willed Jim Gordon is, because I feel like he doesn't get like a lot of credit as a character. And this book kind of shows just how a really good character he is. Finally, it's not only one of the darkest moments in the comics, but it's actually like one of the biggest questions in comic history at this point, actually. And it's actually when at the end, the Joker and Batman are having this conversation. Batman's like, we can get you the help you need, because if you don't, this is just going to go on for years until one of us kills each other. And then Joker makes a joke, and then you just see Batman going, hey, like he's about to start laughing, and you're like, wait, what is going on here? And you see Batman putting his hand on Joker's shoulder. Batman is laughing, but so is Joker. And then in the next panel, you just see like Batman holding up Joker. You just see his shadow, and it looks like Batman's broken his neck, but you don't actually know what has went down. But you just know Joker isn't laughing anymore. You know Batman is basically holding Joker. So whether he's knocked him out or he's broke his neck, no one knows. But it's just such like a really good panel and really iconic to this day, actually. And the reason I put it down is like kind of the darkest moment in the comic, because it kind of makes you think if Batman has broken Joker's neck like it's insinuated, that means Joker's won, and he has made Batman snap. Joker's like, he's crippled Batgirl, he's put Gordon through a lot of hell, and maybe at the end Batman just decided, you know what, you win, and broke his neck. And I don't know, obviously no one knows if he actually did, but it was just something I thought was really terrifying. Like, he actually made Batman snap, and I feel like that kind of opens up a lot of possibilities depending on how it goes. So thanks a lot for watching the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And like I said, I do a lot of nerdy content, and I might make this a new series, and might be some other comics that I go a lot more in depth with. But thanks a lot for watching. If you enjoyed it, be sure to hit that like button, and also let me know in the comments what you thought the darkest moment in the Killing Joke was, and do you enjoy the Killing Joke as a comic? And also be sure to check out my other videos if you haven't yet already. And I also have an Instagram page as well, where I do like some written reviews, and I just post some like random stuff on it. So if you're interested in that, I'll leave a link to that in the bio. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I hope to see you in the next video.